Aw, zombie life. Yep, here we go. Keeping up with the tradition of holiday day playing, it is the 1st of January 2023. Yay! Welcome to 23. Happy New Year. I hope. Um, so tonight we continue further on. We have rescued, or well, not rescued, but more or less met with Tomislav Kovac, who is a Tharkold race soldier, the first that we've ever met in all of our encounters in this game since 2020. And he is being played by my friend Remington, who unfortunately and very solemnly lost his character Artorias to Pan-Pacifica weapons fire in the Destiny map adventure. Well, we're glad he's back with a new character, though, and this character seems to kind of suit him pretty well. So Ginger's doing a great job. So let's continue on. Look out for the quicksand.
Alrighty, I want to remind you of what has gone before a little bit and what you've just stumbled across. The west coast of Heather Island is a point of rocky land jutting out into the ocean. The recent earthquake has created a crevasse here, like a giant mouth splitting the tip of the westernmost point. Beyond the scene of the macabre horror in front of the doors of the Quonset hut you've just exited, it seems like every single boat on the entire island, including the one that you arrived on, has been tied up to the makeshift dock beyond. There is a great bonfire, and over this bonfire is a straw effigy. It seems to be of a man in a flat-brimmed hat with a cane and a coat with tails.
Oh.
Its shadow falls over the fire in such a way as to cause shadows even from the great bonfire. Hanging over this new crevasse is an arch hastily constructed of bamboo. Hanging head to head at the top of the bamboo arch are the two women that you've been following, a woman and her child. They're hanging head to head with their bodies over the arch and their feet each hanging, one on one side, one on the other. One girl's hanging to one side and the woman is hanging to the other, creating an arch out of their bodies. Also tied to this arch, hanging over the crevice, spread-eagled, is the scientist, Charlie, that you've been chasing. Charles Lyell. Seems to be every single native that you've met so far, other than Jib, who stands beside you, is dancing around and around this in a huge circle, enclosing the bonfire on one side, part of the crevasse, and the arch that's over the crevasse. It's a large circle that they go around and round. As they pass and jump over the crevasse, they are poking the women with sharp sticks, so the women's blood rains down on hapless Charles Lyell, who's spread eagle underneath them. The women cry out in pain as the rest of the villagers, now revealed as uncanny cultists, dance around them with lewd motions. Some of them pound drums. All dance in a religious frenzy. Each of the dozen or so carries a spear and a machete. Papa Brume is officiating, and he's wearing a top hat, a vest, and also a cane, but he is maniacally laughing, and he's preparing the sacrifice and doing the ritual. Your orders, hero, were to protect all the scientists and get the party back to the Ronald Reagan. There's your boats that lie beyond, and there's the final scientists in your sights. All right, players, what do you remember from last week?
Well, I remember the notes I made here. The rounds ended. Andon, Rios, and Jim are going to get a boat, whatever boat they can get. hero soldiers, or I guess soldier, isn't there like only one left? Is trying to get into position to have a clear fire. I've raised Papa Brume up into the air.
Oh, yeah.
He's currently at 10 meters. Probably gonna raise him up some more before I let him drop to make sure he goes splat. 4 people can walk through the door at the time. Wall's extremely thin that we could just walk through if we really wanted to. I'm outside the doorway and can be attacked. I also need to make a spirit or willpower test because Papa Brume did something when I picked him up.
He laughed and pretty much he rolled a successful. I guess his simple action was a intimidation roll. He did it. He's intimidating you.
Well, wouldn't that be a full action?
Intimidate?
Yes. If it requires a roll.
Yeah, it does. And he's laughing in the air, not doing anything but yelling down at Chris, who's trying to lift him up. So yeah, that's his action.
Okay.
So he's not doing any of the running or anything like that, like his people.
Okay.
He was trying to cast a spell and do a ritual.
Okay. Anybody else remember what's going on? Because I'm trying to... I've got my notes. I just haven't opened them yet. Because I'm a goof.
Yeah. And I need to...
Oh, Lord.
I suppose we're in combat now. I should probably, load up the thing. Do we all have cards? Does everybody have cards?
I should.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Storm Knights, Possibility War, Hero. My hero. Yes. And I have
I need a hero.
I'm holding out for a hero. I gotta stop. I have got to stop. I like that song, but not that much.
We can't sing too much, otherwise we're probably gonna get copyright struck.
You're gonna make me start.
Never mind.
Y'all gonna make me start karaoke if we keep all the singing up.
No. We don't need to do that. That should have been a last night going out to the bar thing. But
last night wouldn't have worked well for me. Had a little too much, I'll say.
Yeah, everybody. Happy New Year, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
It's New Year. I wouldn't say happy yet until tomorrow. Just to kind of see how the day goes.
Now, Ginger, these pillars, are they concrete or are they woven bamboo? Because I think I might have that wrong.
The pillars?
Yeah, the pillars that the two girls are tied to, the two women, or the woman and the girl.
It's a hastily constructed bamboo arch.
Okay, hastily constructed bamboo arch. Let me make sure I get that right in my notes.
It's actually pretty much held together by the women bent over the scaffolding themselves.
Oof.
They're tied to it. Yeah, they are tied to it very awkwardly, bent back in a back bend. And they make the arch because they're head to head at the top.
Okay, so
in other words, you also need to be very careful if you take it. Might be easy question mark to take that down, but you could hurt them badly if you're not careful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All three of them.
So,
yeah, because hanging suspended, dangling down over the crevice under the arch is Dr. Charles Lyell.
Yeah. Got that. Okay, I remember Jib was saying that in the little headquarters building that we went into, the one with the flagpole out front, we found all manner of food stuff. But he said about the spiral curse coming from the inside of the building, that it was like a 911 call to the gods. Okay.
Yeah, He also said all the food that had been laid around
Yeah.
was corrupted and fouled.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Food and stuff
It
on a table. Oh,
it had been sacrificed, or uh, it had been sacrificed to get somebody's attention.
table cover to get somebody's attention. Huh.
Yeah, if this he would have gone on to tell you, if this were a proper voodoo loa like what he has back home, this is all corrupted and nasty.
Yeah.
And you haven't been listening to him say that he's kind of afraid of Papa Brume now when he hadn't been before.
Well, I'm kind of afraid of Papa Broom too, but courage is not the absence of fear; it's overcoming it. Okay, so my other notes that I have is finding Papa Broom and the remainder of his people, also with Dr. Lyell, held and oh, I need to edit that. And held in the air, spread eagle with women, and the girl missing the arm, poking them with spears and making them bleed on the doctor. And then at the bottom of the hastily constructed bamboo arch, we have the Norse runes that basically spell Lyngbakr, Lyngbakr.
Yes, and again, more flowers and wheat sheaves and things that are thought voodoo-wise to be appealing. Also, strangely, you have bottles of Coca-Cola, tinned cans of Spam, can openers, candles, all of these things that must have some religious significance. What, you don't know. There are possibly also sacrificed animals at the base of the arch, but you'd have to be closer to see.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of think a tin of Spam is kind of recognizable even at a distance. That
Yeah.
yellow logo.
Well, if nothing else, we'll find it later. If we live. Let's see. Andon, Rios, and Jib were going to secure a boat or more and taking pot shots on the way to keep themselves from doing things. My two remaining soldiers are going to be opening fire this round. They moved into place on the last round, and then this round they're supposed to have a clear field of fire. I know that I want to put Papa Broom down pretty badly because I'm hoping that it will stop the ritual and allow for saving innocent folks. Otherwise, under Papa Broom's sway, and I misspelled broom several times.
You know, he would have been the first to laugh with you and tell you before all the strangeness moved in that Broom, like hearth and home, be fruitful and multiply. He had at one point been a very nice fellow.
Well, yes, I know. It's just the craziness coming from Aurorsh coming in converted him over to do that, to do the things that he's doing. So it's kind of not his fault, but I kind of don't think he has much of a choice anymore in what he's doing since he's converted over.
Yeah, I don't think he minds anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to know who we are. It's kind of like Alzheimer's for somebody who shouldn't be old enough to get Alzheimer's. So
No, he knows perfectly well who you are.
yeah,
He was hoping he could get this done before you arrived, actually. But c'est la vie.
Okay, lovey.
needs must.
Okay.
You work with what you got. What can you say? So
Wow. Okay. I've got a lot of these to change. I was spelling it like a broom, like a sweeping broom, instead of the other way.
It's okay. I with the island accent, man. That's kind of how you spell it, no?
I've never been to the islands. I don't know. Now, Hero, this is probably his first time too. He's usually, well, unless you count Japan as a really huge island. You know.
And this one's a relatively small island. Less than 3 miles long at its longest point.
So all of the hacking and slaying that we've done, or all of the hacking and slashing to clear vegetation, we've cleared about most of the island.
No, not by a long shot.
Oh, well.
You haven't been like hacking through a jungle before, have you? Or have you?
Me personally, yeah, I've hacked through a jungle before. After about 15 minutes of it, your entire body is on fire. So
yep, you're done.
Yeah,
yeah,
you are spent. But if you ever wonder why people who visit the jungle are huge, muscularly, that's why. So anyway, that's all I remember. Anybody else?
Pat?
I don't remember anything that hasn't been said.
Okay.
All right. What about you, Remy? Thomas Love. What's Thomas Love's take on this? I mean, he can tell when someone is being bathed in the blood of the innocent and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely worried about the ritual. I know last week we were obsessed over a Viking ship, trying to figure out what the words on the outside meant, which I thought was hilarious, and I loved the Bermuda Triangle reference. That was completely awesome. It did take us a moment to decide, you know what, we're going to go after Dr. Brume. We're going to try to settle this and save the other survivors. And I wanted to eat a formaldehyde chicken leg. Try and destroy it. I didn't. Thankfully.
Yeah. You probably know better than to do anything with anything dead or living in the middle of a ritual in progress.
He was just desperate. And then now we're hoping to rescue the last of the survivors and take down all the cultists, including Dr. Brume, and hopefully stop the whatever ritual it is, what it could possibly do to the island. That's all I got.
Okay, so I'm ready if you guys are.
Ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see. We are not in dramatic combat yet. So.
Well, but is it a dramatic scene?
Yeah, it is. I guess we are in dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad. So sad, because the card that's up is approved actions are taunt and trick. Villains go first. Heroes all roll for surge.
Oh no, we did that last week. That was the very
Really?
same card we had last week. Let me look.
No.
Okay.
I thought that was a different card.
Hang on.
I thought it was a different card too, myself, but I could be wrong.
No, that was the same card that we had last week. That old chestnut.
That old chestnut. All
yeah,
right,
and it still says round 1 underneath it.
Oh.
So you have to go to the next round. So.
How do I do that?
Go down to the bottom of the list and hit next. Unless somebody has a card in their pool to keep the current card, you know.
I don't think you really want to surge again, do you, people?
No.
You know.
All right, I have my choices at the bottom are new, keep, or end.
Probably new.
Let's see what new does.
Yeah, see, I have a season initiative card. Oh, wait a minute. Did any of us put cards into our pools from the end of round 1?
I did.
Was your defense successful? Do you recall?
My defense?
Mm-hmm.
No, mine was not successful. I took 2 shock.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this one in the pool from last round. Okay. Just in case. The battle is
look
mine.
at that card.
See. Villains are inspired, so they get 2 shock taken off, but they get to go first. And defend and trick.
I said, oh dear. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And let me check my cultists again. Here we go.
Okay, I need to
Oh,
break out a
one of them.
copy of this.
I'm gonna have one of them up.
Wait, Ginger, did
Alright.
the one that fell down the crevice die, or...
You
He-
don't know. Are you gonna take this round to find out?
I was
Take
just
that
making
off.
sure if you're remembering it or not.
Because some one of the poor cultists missed his step when everybody turned and went, what? He went, huh? And went, aye! And down in the crevice he went.
How did those sound effects go again? No.
You mean, huh? Yay!
Yeah, you've got Papa Brume and 12 cultists still on here, so I'm assuming that one is not out of combat yet.
No, he's gonna try to claw his way out this turn.
Yeah.
And that will be his action. So he's not gonna try to close with you like the rest of them are going to.
Okay.
Not all of them. Like some of them were at the far end of the circle, and some of them were at the close end of the circle. So not everybody could get to you. Oh, in fact, only one of them got to you at all.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. Oh, and who took him out? Somebody took him out.
Well, if
Did
somebody
you
took
shoot?
him out, he should be gone. I didn't take him out. I have a
Okay.
defense going. I couldn't act.
If I remember correctly, I killed one last time.
You did. You took him out.
Yeah.
Then it was you that took him out. Yeah. There's one that got a little skull.
Mother
right there.
Russia.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you want to or if you have other plans for it, but if you delete the token, it also deletes the guy off of the combat tracker. So if he's dead, and you're not presuming he's coming back to life for any reason, then you could remove him. Phew. That's what I had to do with that frickin' dig site. Oh my god, I am so sorry about that. I thought it would go quicker. I really did.
No problem. There. He should be gone. Does that anybody need
You took the one that was standing on the side away here, like around here.
Yeah, okay, he's gone then. Good. The one that was dead.
So are we? Well, we can't be at a point where we're forming plans because the villains get to go first.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and so some of them are going to close. About, I would say, 6 of them are going to move into range this turn. They were not in range last turn, and 5 of them are in range. You have Papa Brume giggling and dancing and laughing around in the air. Clearly he's not affected much by this. So the villains, they recover all their shock.
No,
And
villains
or-
only recover 2 shock.
shock. Well,
Yeah.
they didn't have much money.
That's true.
You haven't managed to disrupt them any. And the one that fell in the crevasse, who did get 2 shock, he got it back.
Oh well, you know, if he lived.
Inspired by not dying.
Yeah,
so...
he managed to hold on for dear life. So, not dying will do that to you. Will inspire you. One of the things I'm going to do is, like I said, 6 cultists. I said 6 cultists were going to close. So that's going to be their action. They can do, I guess, a simple task like move. And if they're going to be running, I guess.
Okay.
So I can roll for all of them, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are close enough to try to engage you in combat. So that's any of them who didn't make it to you last time are now going to try to close with you in melee range.
Okay.
their machetes. Mind you, they're not really carrying actual spears. They're bamboo that has been pointed, sliced to a point, so that just to, in fact, blood the sacrifice.
Have you ever been stabbed by a piece of bamboo? That crap hurts. Okay.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
But it's not a metal machete, which is what they've got, and it's not very weldly, so they can't exactly. It doesn't. It's not throwable, really. It's too. They didn't cut it for that purpose. They're not designed for that. You want to help me by making some rolls?
Who, me?
Yes, you. Why don't you take the bottom 5?
Okay.
And I'm just
And
gonna roll to make sure that none of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are closing fall on their faces, and roll a 1.
okay, do you want private rolls or rolls that the players can see?
What do you say, gang? Do you want to see how well these guys do?
I
Yeah.
want to see how well they're doing.
Yeah, they are.
Know who the
Islander-
RNG gods are blessing at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
So
And I'm doing what? Melee weapons with them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're doing the bottom row of 5.
Okay. Oh, melee weapons. Actually, let's see. Do I just go ahead and roll the machete? Is the machete
No,
already set up?
You should be on each of
Yes.
them. You're on the top row. You roll the bottom row.
Huh? No, I've clicked on one for the bottom row. Besides, they all have the same number, so I'm just going to start rolling. So first one, any modifiers? I mean, they're within running distance, right?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, and who? Oh, Paul, what are you doing?
How about this? There's 4 people standing in the doorway. It's Peaches, Tomislav, you, and who else? Who stepped up when Rios and Andon and Jib all started running for the boats?
Well, I know I'm in the doorway. I'm pretty sure Toma is.
I moved to the side a little bit from the doorway to try and draw some of them away from Dr. Brume.
So then, is Peaches in
It'll
the
probably
doorway?
be Chris. It'll probably be Chris because he's got to have Papa Brume in his sights, right?
Yeah.
For his telekinesis.
Yeah, that's right. He's actually standing outside of the hut, just close enough to get Papa Brume. So, okay, so I'll roll the bottom ones. I'm gonna, let's see. Oh, T. There we go. Start with Chris, and I think that's probably going to be a miss. Yep, that's a miss. Okay. Hero is going to be the next one. This is 2. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Peaches would be next. 3. And do you want me to go ahead and roll for Toma anyway, or just roll the last 2 for 2 of us?
Go ahead and roll the last 2.
Okay. D6 divided by 2 to determine who?
Sure.
Okay.
You're even.
Or you could just do slash roll, roll 1d2 in the chat.
Well, it would actually be a 1d3. You know what? You're right. I could do a 1d3. Control A, Control C, so that I can do that again. And okay, so that's going to be hero. Oh, hello, target. Are you going to target? Oh, target. There we go. That's a good boy. Okay, and then wow. Okay, and then what is this one? That's Peaches. Okay, so let me get out here. Target. Uh-oh. Looks like, nope, no damage. Okay, so that's their action totals, and I saw that you had them all figured out. So that's really cool. So that's those
Yeah,
5.
you should. Yeah, you showed me how to do.
Oh yeah.
So the others are just going to what is this maneuver?
Are they just moving towards us, or are you trying to
Yeah.
determine if they're still in a trance or not?
They were never in a trance.
Okay.
So they were dancing around a bonfire and working their way up to it. But the sun's 5 minutes from setting, remember?
Yeah.
They were just getting started. They were just having fun at the sacrifice's expense.
That's terrible. That is terrible. Bloodletting on. Oh, that's terrible. Okay.
Welcome to Rush. So yeah, this would probably be. They're probably going to maneuver. I think they have it. But they will be in melee weapons range if they run for it this time around.
Okay.
So that's just what is it? Is that Dex or is that what do I roll?
If they're just running for it, they don't have to do any kind of roll.
Okay.
I mean, it unless you're trying to roll to see if they're tripping over their own feet, you know.
Well, there is a big crevice and a bonfire in kind of going on. One of them's already fallen in. I do need to roll for him. Never mind. He has to roll to get himself out of the hole that he is in. Let's see if he does. This is going to actually be private. Whoa, and he comes screaming out of that crevice like his tail is on fire.
Okay. Does that mean you need to restore his token?
No, Thomas Love actually shot one dead.
Oh. Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah, so no, one is truly gone to his final reward, whatever that'll be. But one guy just rolled a 1 when he was coming around that first round and fell in the crevice. Okay. Your turn, heroes.
Okay, let's form a plan, guys. Do we have anything that might be able to help stymie or make vulnerable a number of these guys? Okay, I mean, there's the card.
First, shouldn't I do my spirit willpower roll? Because, I mean, even though we're making it a plan, I need to know if I'm under any ill effects or not.
Well,
the thing is, yeah, he's a cultist under a mesma right now of very powerful bad magic, and roll your willpower. Should be based on spirit if you don't have willpower. To keep your concentration, otherwise you lose your concentration in fear.
What's the difficulty?
It's always going to be 10 unless I say something otherwise.
Okay.
Let's just say he's
Standard success.
Woo, good thing, because he is scary enough to make other people wet their pants at this point.
So hero.
And you've pretty much scruffed him telepathically and lifted him up by the back of his pants. He's not going to forget this, or you for that matter.
Okay.
Yes.
So hero, I've got something that could help us. If I end this right, I have stun.
Okay. How many people can it affect?
It's in the area of fact.
It's an area of it's a large group of foes. It's a large blast radius. It's a multi-target. It doesn't have. Okay, hold up. Maximum of 5 people are affected. The blast radius has a diameter of 7 spaces. So I can at least get 5 people with it.
Okay, you're in your character
Make
sheet,
a
right?
suggestion.
Yeah, I'm in my character sheet.
Okay, look at the icons to the right and see which one allows you to post it in chat.
All right, let me see. There we go. Ta-da!
Oh, okay. It's magic, huh?
Alteration.
Okay, might I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Since it affects everyone in your blast radius, can we have Andon and Rios and Jib go first to see if they can get out of the blast radius?
Okay.
It's up to you. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I
Do
mean, I
we
was
need
gonna.
to roll for it?
Tell me what you're doing.
I mean, I was gonna try to aim it to where, like, only
Well,
the eyes are affected.
I think she was talking to Rios.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just realized that when I was in the middle
What's
of my
your plan
talking.
now? Because essentially, you kind of all boiled out to the door just as the sun started to set, and interrupted a nice pre-black magic ritual about to warm up and get in progress. Jib succeeded in his role to notice, hey, isn't that my boat? Hey, isn't that your boat? They're all out there, Mon. And it's like, these bastards stole my boat. And there's no other way
Stole
to get off.
everyone's boat.
They
Yeah.
stole everyone's boat. There's no other way off the island. And so you guys were going to go grab or secure a boat, but you have to kind of skirt around this big brouhaha.
Brouhaha.
So see if you can't charge your. You're either running full tilt or you're defending or you're shooting, and either way, you guys set out last turn. And see if you can't run past the cultists. They've all started to focus on the people in the door because the people in the door started to raise guns and start, firing at them. Tomislav, hero.
They ran at us with spears before we fired.
See,
Yeah, and
there-
you guys successfully ran out the door before they could close. So, do you keep? You need to roll to keep your lead, I suppose. One of you, just who's the most dexterous, and just don't roll a 1. It's very easy. You guys got a head start.
wait a minute. Which group are you talking to?
Rios
Oh,
or
okay. Okay.
Andon or Jib.
Isn't it?
And I don't think and Jib would be happy to help you, but where's his token? Did I put his token out? Dang nabbit. How do I get his token out? Just drag him?
What are we trying to do now?
There you go. Sorry, you have an ally with you. There's Jib. He's the island sailor that
Oh,
you
okay.
rescued from Hayhurst, right there.
Alrighty.
Have Jib. Where's Jab?
Oh, beatings.
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
With his brother Job.
Oh, minus 50 experience for both of you.
What about Jabber?
Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. We're trying to wait on Rios to roll for her and Andon and Jib.
Yeah, so which stat am I rolling? Which skill am I rolling? Is it just pure agility or
You have athletics. Athletics would
Okay.
cover that.
alright, should I roll that now then?
Difficulty
wait.
8.
Wait, is athletics tied to strength or dex?
Athletics should
Didn't
be
ask
tied
for a
to
dex roll.
dex. Actually, hang
It's
on.
tied to strength.
Well, it's not supposed to be tied to strength. It's supposed to be tied to dex. But in this game, you're supposed to be able to change your stuff. Let me look at Rios real quick. I may not have assigned her. Yeah, it's tied to strength. Let me make sure that her custom skill is set up correctly. Skill
And
adds one skill.
I can't change the.
Yeah, I know. Actually, Rios, what is your? I don't know what would it be, Ginger? Would you have her use strength or dex?
I would say this is her push. She could use whichever skill she's better at.
Okay.
The difficulty is 8. This is just to make sure you keep your lead. If she rolls a 1 or is clumsy, you're stumbling into some rough terrain. You are at the point of the west point of the island.
Okay.
And it gets to be kind of rocky where you are.
So.
All right. I'll roll dex.
Also remember the docks and the pillars and stuff that the boats are tied to are decayed pretty badly. So if you do badly, you're going to break one of the boards, or you're going to trip and fall. You're going to stall up your party, and all it takes is the cultist to notice you to try to start catching up with you too as well.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
here's what you can do. Your skill value is being tied to strength on this one. So go to your perks tab on your character sheet, and this is for anybody who wants to follow along. If you're on your character sheet and you're in your perks tab, you should see custom skills near the bottom. And one of them says athletics. Are you seeing?
Mine is in skills rather than perks.
Go to
your
perks and then
perks
you go to
tab
this-
on the right side of
you
the
want
character
to
sheet.
change it.
Yeah.
Oh, custom skills athletics. Okay.
Okay, so the little edit box that has the pencil sticking into the box, go ahead and click on that. It'll open up your window. Under skill value, you're going to want to add your strength to your adds, which is just going to be your strength +1, and put it in the skill value circle. I didn't put these things together because there's still changes that are coming to how custom skills work.
Okay.
Okay, and then just hit your tab button on your computer keyboard.
All right.
And then you can go ahead and hit close on that, go back to your stats tab, and your athletics should be listed now with a skill total. I realize that line is stretched out really bad. It is being addressed, trust me. And then you should be able to click athletics as normal.
Okay.
And then okay.
Oh.
The difficulty was 8.
Yes, that's what I set it to.
Okay, good.
Okay. So anybody got an action card?
I think I might have one of my own, but let me double check.
I do not. I have 2 drama cards, but I don't think it's going to help.
I have an action card.
Yay!
Hey.
That would help you succeed.
Play the +3 card. There we go.
And go ahead and click the +3 on. There you go. Okay. See, you know this better than I thought you did. Here I am trying to explain things, and you just went doing it on your own. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
you reach the boardwalk and the pillars. All right. It's going to take you one more round of all-out running to get to the boats. But as you came up on one of the boards, it snapped underneath your foot. You saved yourself and kept on running. And the 2 behind you saw you stumble and successfully jump the board, and nobody gets caught up in the trick step there.
Wonderful.
Moving on.
yay! So then it's the turn for the rest of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, people who wanted to throw something out within range, all the cultists are closer than the 3 who were moving away from you. Everybody else was moving toward you.
Okay, so Toma, how do we want to handle this real quick?
I mean, I could stun only 5 of them. So I can maybe try to stun some of the ones that are closest to us.
Okay.
Buy some time, maybe.
Okay,
As long
well
as it's
then
successful.
I have an idea then.
Okay, what you got?
I want to do a trick. Okay, and it's going to be a kind of a strange trick, but I'm already planning on spending my hero card to do it if necessary.
All right.
But I'll get a
Okay.
card back if I'm successful. What I want to do is I want to run from the doorway directly to the left, and I'm gonna kind of openly mock them, like, and try and get their attention and pull them away from me, or pull them away from everybody else, so that Toma can drop how many ever he can drop, and then I will kind of make my way around. That should at least split their group, and then brume I can also, along with my trick, blow a couple away. Okay, or at least try to hit Papa Brume and kill him. Fair enough?
Well, yeah, Andon and Rios and Jib all cut left. So,
Wait a minute. I thought you described that the boats were toward the ocean off to the right. So they
no,
would have...
beyond the bonfire. So,
Okay, I'm going the opposite direction of whatever they're doing.
okay. All right. So you're cutting right, is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I'm cutting right, which means I'm actually going to be cutting in front of Chris then. But that shouldn't be a problem because his psionics are not aimed at me or any of the others. So actually that could be something that could help Chris out too. So that's cool.
Let's rock and roll, man.
Okay, so I'm going to do a multi-action. There's going to be a trick, and then I want to hit two of them, but I'll be using my perk double tap on them. So let's plan this out. I'm going to go ahead and roll the bonus dice, and then we'll figure that out. Fair enough?
Roll dice.
Okay, here goes this one. That's definitely going to need the
Hero card.
okay, yeah, I'm going to get into my cards. Okay, so this is a little bit more time consuming than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to play that card.
Hero. Yeah, it didn't say
Nope, because I rolled a basic dice. So playing the hero card, I get to roll the dice again. Okay, that's an 18 plus 6. So that was 25. Okay, which gives a where is it? Combat rules and supplements has the chart. That's a plus 8. Okay, that ought to be perfect. That should be perfect. Okay, so I did a trick at a plus 8. My trick total is a 10 plus 8 is 18. So what is their highest trick, or what the heck is a trick? Mind.
cultists mid revelry are very stupid.
Okay.
The mind of the generic cultist charging you is only 4.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's see.
You just said my mother. How dare you?
So I want to keep 2. So let's see. That leaves me. I could haul off after me, depending on your discretion, 3 or more cultists. But don't forget, I'm also trying to shoot them, which is part of the multi-action. I needed 2 at least for that. Okay, and I'm doing the short burst with the double tap. Okay, so that's a plus 3. But I'm only trying to shoot 2 of them, so that should... No, that's not going to do the trick. I can only shoot 1.
Okay, remember your trick was an action.
Yes.
So shooting one of them will be another action, and shooting a second one will be a third action.
No, because it's a multi-target. It's a multi-action that I'm doing, so it all falls under the same action.
Multi-action includes the trick.
Yes, and it includes firing. Those are the part of the multi-action rules. okay, where it costs 2 per thing. Okay, so I'm doing the multi-action. Let me find it real quick. Actually, Ginger, go to Game General Information underneath in the Journals tab. In fact, all of you could do this if you wanted to. Once you've got the green bar Game Journal Information open, you'll notice 0-1 right there is Core Rules and Supplements.
And 2 is combat reference?
No. Well, 2 is a combat reference. It's combat and action options. Let's see if that includes it. Let's see. General actions. Oh boy, that looks terrible. I'm gonna have to fix that this week. Okay, active defense, aim, all-out attack, combined action. That's working together. Ooh, I've really got to fix this. That's in bad shape. Let's see. You can scroll down to multi-actions right there, and it's in alphabetical order, so you can scroll all the way down. And the 1 dice roll covers the whole thing.
So, you can trick. That's the first one. Shoot at 1 cultist. 3 cultists fell for your trick. They're headed your way, or focused on you.
Okay.
To shoot one of them is another. To shoot a second one is a third.
Remember,
that'd be your double tap.
Right. Remember, I said I was only going after shooting Papa Brume.
Okay.
Okay, so I did the trick to be able to pull a certain number of cultists off, so that my friends wouldn't be so inundated with them, and then I wanted to shoot and kill Papa Brume, if I can. Okay.
Shoot at.
Yeah. Now, I pulled off 3 cultists, so that left me a +2 for the second action. It leaves me enough to have the shot. My fire combat is very high, is a 15, okay, +3, that would be 18 to hit. Now, how far would you estimate he is from me?
He's at least 10 meters up in the air.
Okay.
And did Chris pull him any closer than the how many feet was he far away?
He was 25 meters from where I was.
Yeah, he was at the edge. So that's
so-
not 35 meters, that's like 30. If we do, if we want to do math.
All right. So he's
I mean, if we really want to do math, we could.
well, he's
Exactly,
also
figure it out.
10 foot up as well, but that's just still a straight line.
Okay,
kind.
so let me see. That is going to be, let's see, that's short range, that's medium range, that's long range. So he's in long range. So 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. That's a 14 to hit. Because he's at long range for me. Which, of course, these rangers are wrong, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
Let's see. It would have to roll his what?
That would be against his Dodger Dex. Actually, yeah, he's immobilized in the air. Does that even count? Does that even help me at all?
Yeah, he could pull his limb out of the way or whatever. Or try to stand sideways or something. So yeah, he gets his dodge. It's against his dodge.
Okay. So if I'm hitting him with a 14, what is his dodge?
His dodge is actually 13.
I hit him! Yay! And that's
winged.
Actually, let's see. Oh, how much damage was that? Oh, crap. Now I got to look it up again.
Oh, no.
Okay, so double tap.
Remember, it's at a minus for your multi-action.
No, the damage is not. The to hit was.
Yeah, the to hit was at.
That's a +1 bonus to attack.
That, correct?
I did. All of that is calculated in there. Okay, that does not give me a bonus, but the let's see, the rapid fire does, because I was using 2 weapons. Oh crap! I got to go all the way to the bottom to find it. Okay, rapid fire. Where is it? Okay, so a short burst. Let's see. That's 3 rounds to the target. Okay, so each bullet does like where is it? 14 damage, but I don't get bonus dice on any hit. So how do you want to do that instead of doing 14 damage for each bullet? Or do you want to do 14 damage for each bullet? Maybe he's got some kind of psychic or spiritual armor or something.
In fact, you see the bullets pass through with no blood because Papa Brume is already dead. He is a zombie.
Oh.
You have to powder him to get him down.
I am going to quickly report that fact to everybody. Broom's dead already.
Safely in the air where you can't butcher him at this point.
Oh, holy smokes. Yeah, anyway, I look back and I report that Broom's already dead.
Falling.
He could be what?
He can be pretty messed up by falling.
Yeah.
Keep him up in the air. Once it's all over, I'll cut him to pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to I have this written down in my notes, and you can remember your zombie lore. The only thing that's going to probably take him down is cutting off his head.
Not even shooting him in the head?
Preferably with silver.
Oh, no, I don't have any silver. But would shooting him in the head work?
Yes, if you did enough damage to completely blow away his head completely off. But as it is, bullets will pass through his dead flesh without doing much. Are they explosive?
No. They're just regular ammo.
Yeah, so they're gonna act like armor piercing and just slice right through neatly and pull right out. No, they're not gonna create the nice big holes that you were looking for.
You know, I'm pretty sure that enough cuts to the head just